This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
Conversations around downtown safety continue. Right now, we're taking a deeper look at the problems facing the heart of the tourism district in St. Louis. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. We're hearing from community members and public safety officials, and we have team coverage looking at the impact this recent violence has had on our city.
Let's start with Justina Cornell as she looks at the St. Louis Police recruitment and retention efforts.
Police have received 124 applications, and tonight we dive into the numbers and see how many officers there are.
When we look at the number of officers we have today, we have 899. That includes our trainees, the people that are some about to graduate and be commissioned officers on the street. And then that also includes people that are in the academy now that want to wear the badge.
Early last month, Chief Robert Tracy said the department was at 908 officers. He said the ideal number is 1,220. Their latest recruitment campaign attracted 124 applicants.
From May 2024 through, I guess roughly June 2024, we averaged 60 applications per month. So when that recruiting campaign started, we saw a 50% increase in people applying.
The police department spokesperson Mitch McCoy said not everyone will make it to the academy.
Especially a profession that is tough, that some people look at CSI on TV or they watch Chicago PD at night and they say, oh, I want to do that. But then they get it in the street and they realize what they see on TV isn't necessarily what it is.
A police source said 23 officers entered the most recent recruitment class. 9 are graduating Thursday.
They are going to be with a field training officer. They have to adapt to the street. They have to get that hands-on street experience, and then they'll be assigned to a district after they complete their field training course.
Despite a recent increase in pay, the business manager for the St. Louis Police Officers Association explained other departments also bumped up salaries. In St. Louis City, starting pay is close to $53,000. In St. Louis County, it's close to $57,000, and in St. Charles County, it's close to $64,000. McCoy said they need to stay competitive.
Nearby cities take advantage of our officers who are being trained with some of the best technology and some of the best tactics. And of course, other police departments are going to try and poach that.
The union's business manager said recruitment is great, but retention matters. And he said the biggest problem right now is manpower. Reporting live, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
And today, Citizens for a Greater Downtown St. Louis released a statement slamming city leaders for the response to last week's violence. They say in part, quote, instead of working with downtown residents and small businesses, the mayor and police chief hold carefully scripted press conferences with big business leaders at their side who announce new slogans and tell us all will be fine, close quote.
The violence in downtown St. Louis following a mass shooting on the 4th of July left multiple businesses damaged. Now city leaders are sitting down with some of the owners to discuss safety plans moving forward. Mercedes McKay continues our team coverage live from downtown St. Louis. And Mercedes, you spoke with police today.
And that's exactly right. And police tell me that there are a lot of conversations happening right now when it comes to downtown and the patrols surrounding it. Now, something that's come up a lot since that July 4th mass shooting was the lack of police presence. And that's also coming from downtown business owners. Matt Rotz, the owner of Ucraft, says people he spoke to were shocked at the lack of police that night. And Rotz believes the violence could have been prevented. His building, where his restaurant is about to expand to, was one of the many hit by gunfire. Today, 5 on your side spoke to St. Louis Metropolitan Police, who said they were downtown that night. The department had day and night details in place with officers in uniform and in plain clothes. For business owners like Rotz, something more needs to be done.
I just want to see a plan and stick to the plan and not just talk. Let's have some actions behind it. And again, it comes down to police presence. We have to have more. I mean, it's just plain and simple. That's what we need.
We are looking at where we are seeing an increase of violence, and we adjust our patrol strategy related to what those trends tell us.
5 on your side did a story with Rotz 2 days ago. And because of that story, the mayor's chief of staff actually reached out to him, and they have a meeting set up to discuss future safety plans. Rotz told me he's going into that meeting with an open mind. Live in downtown St. Louis, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
Another business damaged during the violence last week has a promising update. Burger 809 says they will move forward with its soft opening. Windows were shot out last week, but they are repaired. The restaurant was previously located on Cherokee Street and is known for its sliders, salads, and sides. It's now located where the Caldi's Coffee used to be in City Garden. Soft opening set for tomorrow afternoon.
Police are investigating multiple shootings in Soulard around 7 o'clock last night. That's when a patrol officer says they heard gunshots near 7th and Russell. Officers responded. They found shell casings in multiple areas. Police tell us they believe 2 cars were driving around Soulard, firing shots throughout the neighborhood. We're working to learn more about these shootings, and we'll update you on air and online as we learn more.
The recent rise in gun violence in St. Louis comes during a breakdown in a partnership between the Attorney General's office and federal law enforcement. Our political editor Mark Maxwell has more about all this from the newsroom. Mark?
Mike, a lot of gun crimes we see in St. Louis violate state and federal laws. For example, minors carrying weapons or transporting stolen guns, carjacking and driving across state lines. All of those are federal crimes that the Missouri Attorney General's office was pursuing with the Department of Justice before Andrew Bailey took over.
I believe some criminals have been emboldened.
In early 2019, former Attorney General Eric Schmitt rolled out a new plan to fight violent crime.
This kind of dedication of resources is absolutely necessary.
5 attorneys in his office would partner with the Department of Justice to remove illegal guns under a program called Safer Streets.
And the state and our federal partners are going to use all the resources available at our disposal to put them in jail.
Over a 3-year period, state lawyers deputized as assistant U.S. attorneys brought 709 charges against 419 defendants, resulting in guilty pleas or jail time for 190 suspects.
I thought it was a pretty unique partnership. It was the first of its kind in the country.
We asked Schmitt Wednesday if the program was a success.
Yeah, I believe it was. I think we had over 100 arrests, a lot of convictions from that, principally on unlawful possession of firearms. We worked with the U.S. Attorney's Office on that when President Trump was under his DOJ. And so I thought it was a way that we could be helpful in St. Louis. I'm from there.
But that program is now defunct. The first rift opening when local and federal law enforcement sued to block a GOP plan to defy federal gun laws in Missouri. And the final blow after incoming Attorney General Andrew Bailey closed the partnership in Kansas City.
I think ending Eric Schmitt's Safer Streets program was a terrible idea. We need to be prosecuting much more violent crime, not less violent crime.
Now, Republican and Democratic candidates running for Bailey's role say it was a mistake to shut it down.
Andrew Bailey, our current Attorney General, has been given resources to go after violent crime in Missouri and really coordinate a lot of those efforts. He hasn't done it.
Would you like to see it continue?
Yeah, we tried to keep it. The Biden administration backed away. So, yeah, I think it was a good thing. I stand by that. I think anything you can do to be, working together is a smart thing to do.
We asked Andrew Bailey's office, would you bring back that Safer Streets program, even if it means dropping the Second Amendment preservation suit? A statement just in says AG Bailey can walk and chew gum at the same time. They suggest the prosecution rate is higher even after that program closed and blamed it on President Biden's Department of Justice. But they said that, quote, Missouri will not allow Joe Biden to trample on our Second Amendment rights.
In the last few hours, police said an escaped prisoner is back in custody. Stephen Woodson escaped during a prison transfer yesterday. Court documents revealed that the prison transport stopped at a rest stop in Wright City when he escaped. Police say he was found in Jonesburg after someone called police. He was still wearing the handcuffs and was taken to the Warren County Jail. The aftermath of heavy rainfall, how yesterday's storms are impacting communities around our area.
A local grocery food chain is stepping up to help beat the heat. How you can help Schnucks give back to area first responders.
And the heat really starts building in this weekend, and while most of us have been dry today, we are tracking some scattered showers and thunderstorms moving into Bowling Green and Louisiana, Missouri right now. They should fall apart before they can get into the metro area.